page 109 to 110. Stated in familial terms, the plan we are advocating amounts essentially to this, that a certain small income, sufficient for necessaries, should be secured for all, whether they work or not, and that a larger income, as larger might be warranted by the total amount of commodities produced, should be given to those who are willing to engage in some work the community recognizes as useful. On this basis, we may build further. Bertrand Russell, 1917, Proposed Roads to Freedom. I'm now convinced that the simplest approach will prove to be the most effective. The solution to poverty is to abolish it directly by a now widely discussed measure, the guaranteed income. Earlier in this century, the proposal would have been greeted with ridicule and denunciation as destructive of initiative and responsibility. At that time, economic status was considered the measure of an individual's abilities and talents. In the simplistic thinking of that day, the absence of worldly goods indicated a want of industrious habits and moral fiber. We've come a long way in our understanding of human motivation and of the blind operation of our economic system. We now realize that the dislocations in the market, operation of our economy, and the prevalence of discrimination thrust people into idleness and bind them in constant or frequent unemployment against their will. We are likely to find that problems for housing and education, instead of preceding the elimination of poverty, will themselves be affected if poverty is first abolished. The poor, transformed into purchasers, will do a great deal on their own to alter housing decay. Negroes who have a double disability will have a greater effect on the discrimination when they have the additional weapon of cash to use in their struggle. Dr. Martin Luther King, where do we go from here? 1968. Not bad for an ADHD person. In 1961, the University of Toronto's director of the School of Social Work, John Morgan, wrote that the welfare state is as out of date as a Model T. It still is. The various welfare services in Canada are ambulance services designed to rush in at the 11th hour and apply splints to people already badly crippled. What is needed is a plan of preventative medicine, of which a guaranteed annual income might easily be the foundation, which will be accepted by the general public as casually as it now accepts plans for a new post office. The advantages of such a systemic and planned attack on poverty ought to be obvious. Can we afford it? Surely the answer must be that we can no longer afford to ignore it. Pierre Berton, The Smug Minority, 1968.